Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Haley and I'm going to show you my TBR for November. Now this is actually a pretty short TBR because I'm sure I'm going to read more than this, but this is all I have planned so far, so I'll show you these. The first book, I don't have a physical copy. It is Outlaw by Anna North. And I started this one already. I'm at the very beginning though. And I started reading it because I texted my friend Anthony for a book recommendation and he gave me this one. And I don't really know what it's going to be about yet, except probably about an outlaw. It's about a woman. So far there are already some like pretty feminist themes in there. It's like a Western, but I can already tell it's not going to be like a, John Wayne Western. I think it's going to be a play on the genre. And I don't know much about it because he said to just read it and not look up too much. So that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to also read, I'm going to call it Babel by R.F. Kuang. I've seen a million videos about this book already. I bought it last month, but I didn't want to start it yet because October is for spooky books, but November can be for dark academia. And I want to read this one. Apparently the author herself calls it Babel, so I'm going to call it Babel, but some people call it Babel. So this is, I've heard that it's like a dark academia book, but it also, I believe, is going to critique colonialism. And hopefully also critique sort of the whitewashed idea of dark academia, I'm assuming, but I don't know yet because I haven't read it. The main character is Chinese and he's, I guess, like adopted by a professor, it sounds like, and he's raised by this professor at Oxford, and I guess he's going to eventually go to Oxford. And there's like a magical system in this book that's based on translation, which I also find to be very interesting. And I assume there's going to be something in there where he's going to have to like give up his Chinese history or something like that. I think it's going to be, I think there's definitely some criticism of, colonialism in here. Hi. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna keep filming, okay? All right, well, Stella just wanted to say hi to everybody. Okay, oh, hi. She's like, this is the most loving dog I've ever been around. Yeah. But I'm in the middle of something right now. Don't lick me. She tries to eat cat poop, so I don't let her lick my face. Oh, look at us. Oh, this is gonna be like, I'm gonna like take a picture. I'm gonna like take a screenshot for this video of this. Look at her. Okay, don't eat my face. All right, gross, stop. Okay, I want you to, can you scoot along now? We'll cuddle in a little bit, okay? Go on. Go on now. Thank you. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. That was a brief interlude. Don't knock the camera over. Okay, come here. Come here. This way. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Okay. Yeah. So after I finish Babel, sorry, I said I was going to call it Babel. This is a reread for me. I'm going to reread The Secret History, which is like, the dark academia text. I have read this before, but it was in 2020. And isn't all of 2020 just kind of like a fever dream at this point? And I liked it a lot, I think. So I decided I would just make it a whole dark academia thing, and gonna read Babel and The Secret History. Yeah, excited about that. Let's see, what else? Okay. I decided that November is a really good time for classics. Because like in September and October, I want to read a bunch of spooky stuff, and I can read spooky stuff in November too, but more like, I don't know, a different type of spooky, or cause like cozy almost. So my other one is also, it's gothic, so it's kind of like a spooky book, but it's Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I still have not read Jane Eyre. So I will be reading this one. The dogs are torturing their cat sister. Guys, come on. She doesn't want to play with you. Those aren't happy noises. It's bad. Yeah, so Jane Eyre, I think it's kind of a coming of age story because I think it starts when she's a kid and then goes up through adulthood. I have seen this movie, but I don't really remember it. So it's going to be a surprise what the plot is like. Except, well, actually that's not true because I do remember like the twist from the movie. So I'll be expecting that. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong movie. I'll update you. Is that all? No, wait, I've got one more. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. This is one that I didn't get read in October, even though I wanted to. The Girl from Rawblood by Catriona Ward. And this one, it was actually at my bookstore. It was in the mystery section, not the horror section. Her other books, Sundial and The Last House on Needless Street, were in the horror section. This was in mystery. So I felt like this would be a good one to save for November because it's not as spooky. It's kind of more, hopefully like more of like a cozy vibe. I've talked about this book on like so many vlogs, so I'm not going to tell you what I'm not going to like read the back. It's about a girl who's been isolated in her house and her family's like cursed or something and she's trying to break the curse. And I think she falls in love. I don't know, but I might actually get to this time. And that's actually it. I know I'll be adding more. But I don't know what those are going to be yet. So this is at least a very manageable TBR for once in my life until I add like 50 more and then don't get to some of these. I've like watched me. Oh yeah, we're gonna read this one in December. Just kidding. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read it. I'm really excited to read it. It's not like I don't want to. It's just finding the time. It's actually harder for me to read books. I prefer to read from like a physical copy, but it's harder for me to do that because it's so much easier to just have Kindle like pulled up on your phone and just read it whenever like you're bored. And Stella, hi. You just read it when you're bored at work or whatever, you know, take a little break. So yeah, it's harder for me to read hard copies, but I'm going to do it. I will do it. Yeah, this was super short, but thanks guys for watching and I will catch you next time.